I have some breaking news. Just hold on, let me get my breaking news notes. Just 1 second to apply my makeup for the news. Where's my reader cards? Oh my god. It's impossible to work in these conditions. You know, it's harder to report the news than it is to live the news. So it's such a hard existence. Hold on. And here we have it, the breaking news. Hold on.
Baldness can now be treated.
The scientists at UCLA have discovered a molecule which wakes up the dormant hair follicles in 7 days. Some great research by the University of Jeff Bezos. So, $30 million in research and funding by, who knows, probably Baldies. It's great news. If you're planning a trip to, I feel sorry for the Turks. I mean the turkeys. Oh great. I'm being invaded by a fly. Fuck's sake. Yeah, one second here. I need to clear the air. What was I saying? Yeah, the Turks. I feel sorry for all those people who are going to go to Turkey and, you know, when they come back, everybody's a redhead. So, so what are the Turks going to do now? Their entire business model was the barbers, you know, Turkish barber. I mean, what are we going to do? I guess they're just going to have to go back to eating kebabs or something. But anyway. Fuck me, it's quiet. So, that's the breaking news. And that's it. I'll come around, see you next week. Good luck, and see ya.
Ding!
I've got some other breaking great news. The fly's gone. He never left. See, I only stream at 7. See 7 o'clock is it's the only time. But if you're wondering where I've been, you know, I've been, you know, sleuthing, spelunking. You know, I've been busy. But you know that changing diet thing? Yeah, it didn't work out too well. See, I decided to follow the advice on TikTok. You know, change my life for the better because... but it turned out even worse. It turns out that eating fried chicken every day for views, it's not that great for your bowels. See, I don't care about views. What I do care about is fried chicken. See, people say to me, you need to change your view on life. And I say, how about you mind your fucking business? Because if there's anything I say is worth doing, it's not doing 4 hours of vegan jokes that they don't do well. Which is a shame because that was my whole act. See, I've been told I got a shtick. And I wasn't aware that I had this thing called a shtick. But, you know, before the vegan jokes, it was the Irish shtick. Which I've managed to suppress, but now I've nothing. I've no talent. But I'm back and I'm on the computer. I wish I could find that clip. We can't roll the clip. I don't have the clip. I'm on the computer. I'm just gonna embarrass myself every time I mention this. Back at it again in northern Kabul, Afghanistan, where I'm needed.
Analysis complete.
I'm doing my research, and I'm doing my I'm on the front lines of journalism. It beats being on the back lines of journalism. Nobody wants to be on the back line of anything. But let's see. What was I even doing? You can clear mines. There's not a lot going on here in old Afghanistan. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the fuck out of
Please
here.
select support helicopter requested.
I got my dog, my trusty loving dog, with his mask. Remember back during the coronavirus? I'm not putting that mask on. It's like a muzzle. Get that muzzle off me. Oh, I need to give a forewarning here. There's no need to bring any humor with you into this stream. I've got it all here in my iron dome. I'm not it doesn't let anyone else's humor in. You could sit there. You don't need to prove anything. I have it all pre-prepared. You see, while I pre-prepare and do this stuff, the people in the chat think they know what's best. They don't. Leave it to me. The scripted bit. If it's pre-planned, it's pre-scripted. I didn't script this. Are these flowers scripted? There's nothing funnier than the blue script. There's a big truck in the way. Get that truck out of the fucking way. Okay, fuck the truck. What even is this song? It's not even started. When does the stream start? Also, I wasn't ready because I didn't have time to go over my pre-planned prepared bits because it's really hot and the fly came into my room. Hold on. Two staff have died due to epidemic. Heroism. What do you mean heroism is down? They died for what they believed in, that's all that matters, right? You see, unless you die for what you believe in, everything else is just kind of pointless. Like, what's the point in having a metallic arm if you're not going to use it to stop, you know, the dictators and all the fucking rotten cunts? And the network error has occurred.
Please
what mission is
select a
next?
mission.
Oh fuck. The root cause. Anything that has the title root cause, it's not something you mince the words with or whatever. But you know how people say, oh join the PlayStation party. Never fucking bodes well when you join any party. I believe that's...
Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa.
Whatever that saying is, don't join any sort of party. That sounds like a statement. I'm gonna put on my sneaking suit and my sneaking hat, and I'll play as the running basilisk. No, I won't. Look at that happy bozo dog. Make him naked. Aren't all dogs naked? You'd think most dogs are naked. You got a spinning gun, look. You have unlocked this new gun. One of the oldest things I remember was we were watching The Walking Dead, and speaking of which, he was a Turkish guy, Turkish friend, and I'm not going to say his name to, you know, I'm going to keep him protected. I'm going to hide his identity, but he is Turkish. And he said during Walking Dead, there's this character, he's a farmer, right? Speaking of farm comments earlier on, so this character Herschel, he's the big farmer with a big white beard on him. He's shooting all the zombies, right? And then He's just shooting and shooting, and there's no reloading or anything. And then, you know, we look at each other, right? And I say to him, unlocks unlimited ammo. Doesn't unlock unlimited family. And for some reason he lived.
Deploying.
For this character, it's like fucking, his family gets really brutally mauled to death, but he's immortal, this man. He's got the infinity gun. That's an oldie. The Doberman dog. Super dog. You know Superman has Super Dog? It's not as good as him.
A member of the intel unit has gotten a lead on the epidemic that's crippling Mother Base.
The epidemic.
Problem is, our man
The
has
male
been captured by the
loneliness
PF in this
epidemic.
operation area.
As
He's been
derived
held
by
at the guard post
Kazuhira
on the
Miller.
western end of the mine. Boss, we need you to get him out ASAP.
It's a shaky
Right now, he's
dog.
a close link to the root cause of the epidemic.
I don't like the sounds of that. Get to the cause of the epidemic. For one, whenever I seem to go on these... Listen, I'm not an expert, but, you know, I've been doing a bit of dating. I've done some dating in my time. And for whatever reason, whenever I, you know, bring them to the woods, they just seem to go missing. I don't know why. I really can't tell you the root cause, but... food for thought. Or food for later. Created and directed by who? Rescue him. I need to find the root cause of why the fuck the stream isn't very good. I need to find the root cause of why the stream's fucking bombing. Maybe it's the fucking, I listen to my good old assistant, AI assistant Jeffrey. You know, I don't actually ask people's opinions anymore, I just ask what he thinks. It turns out, like I said earlier, doing 4 hours of vegan jokes doesn't fucking bode very well. Oh, I shouldn't say the word fuck. And I just did again. See, that's a contentious word.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Enemy presence.
I'm on the
detected.
job hunt.
The map has been updated.
Check the VI on your
You can't just look for a job anymore, it's a fucking hunt.
droid. That's where the target is being held.
Look, I'm on a job hunt, man. I'm looking for jobs.
Analysis complete.
I'm looking for Steve fucking Jobs, okay? We're gonna find that Steven Jobs, and we're gonna ask him a few questions. One, where's my job? And second, I'm gonna ask my assistant Jeffrey to help me.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
There's Albert there. Vote for Albert. Good old Albert. 70 fucking meters away, and look at that. And the dog is pissed off. What is that? Is that a firefly he's holding up? What was that? Or was he pissing on the wall? Well, either way, it's nothing to do with me.
Enemy presence detected.
Now, let me address the elephant in the room. Where the fuck are all the midgets? You see, there used to be like thousands of films with him in it, and then, you know, suddenly they're all Hugh Grant.
It's been updated.
Get rid of this midget. Okay, about time. And look, we all know why they picked Hugh Grant for the role.
Detected. The
Like, I
map
hope he
has
doesn't get
been
a...
updated.
I hope he doesn't get a big head or anything after it. But, you know, I believe he had one, big one before it. I hope he doesn't hire a black hooker or anything. It really ruin his prospects of getting
Enemy
future
presence
roles.
detected. The map has been updated.
And you know, it's always the big man taking the little man's jobs. And it's really sad because, you know, they can't help it. And people now say it's wrong to have them in films. And what are they supposed to do about it? Get leg lengthening surgery. Let me get off my soapbox. I don't know why I own a soapbox anyway, but I own one. There's nothing funnier than pre-planned bits. What the fuck? There's so many of these guys, these clowns. There's a sleepy man there. There's a guy who's suffering from the baldness epidemic. I put an end to his baldness by putting him to sleep. But he's gonna wake up still bald. And say you do solve the baldness epidemic. You know, I'm gonna feel sorry for the people who want to be bald. I'm bald by choice. Let me have a... I don't know if I'm meant to be rescuing this guy or something. One in the rectal. And the front. Oh fuck, they're driving away with him.
Boss got an emergency report from the intel team.
I know.
A vehicle has fled the guard post heading northwest. The prisoner at the wheel appears to be the target. Will he escape on his own?
Oh, the prisoner has gone off on his own.
Find that vehicle fast.
Unless the fucking dog can catch up with that, I think we're fucked. Get the fuck out of here, quick. Wait, whereabouts is he driving? I think his car just got shot to bits. Oh no, he's cooked. He's dead.
Has been updated.
Boss, did you see that explosion?
Not really, no.
The target's crashed his vehicle. That'll bring the enemy down on him in no time.
Yeah, that's not
The
good.
target's in danger. Get to the scene of the crash.
This is too much excitement.
You have arrived at your destination.
Are they still shooting him or something? What? He jumped out.
Where's the target? That's the target. He's still breathing.
Okay.
But he's in no shape. That's fine. I'll send the chopper. Get the target to the RV.
Where's the helicopter going? The landing zone selected. Is this done?
Please the landing zone.
Roger.
Okay, let's bring him over. This is going to be a disaster, isn't it? A D-Dog has found enemy. What flag is that?
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Is this... This is a Belgian prisoner or something, or is he a Russian prisoner?
This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Stand by.
The fucking party helicopters arrived. Hold on. What's he even shooting at? Oh, this is a mistake. Get him in. I want to change my chopper music.
Warning. Mission complete. And the target's safe.
Okay, let's get to the root cause of this issue. Epidemic. The male baldness epidemic has been solved.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
You got medicinal plant, you got lifesaver. That's, I know what I'm doing. I got a diamond horse, diamond dog, and quiet dog, horse, lady. Starring a bunch of fellas.
Boss, the intel team member you extracted was DOA. He
Oh,
kept
fuck, he's
insisting we
dead.
listen, right up until his last breath. About the pathogen. And the old man who knows how to treat it.
He's a vapor,
Code
fuck.
talker. He even told us where he is.
Look, I don't mean to get preachy on anybody, but listen, if you're ever thinking of, you know, pulling a vape, look no further than this. If you want some juicy, you know, blueberry fucking lungs, you know, I'd say, you know, suck the life out of those vapes to the battery, you know, till the battery's gone.
Boss, let's make sure his death was the last. It's high time we met this code talker.
A bombshell revelation. The skull, the ring, and the wing. That reminds me of this thing, right? Let me look it up.
UCLA
Hey, listen, don't listen to that. He's only telling you lies about the male baldness, okay? But, I'll tell you this. You know, the people are saying Roald Dahl's gotten in a bit of trouble. And, Rabid Worm. I like the face of Dire Badger, that's a good one. And we got a Cunning Crab. I don't know how you get a Cunning Crab. Dire Mustang. They're all suffering from the baldness epidemic, each one of them. Vengeful Hound. And, I don't know about you, but Midnight Rooster is kind of looking a bit like, it looks like a certain somebody, but, he's no longer with us. I'm not gonna name names, but I think Thunder Wasp it takes the biscuit in terms of the baldness here. But, there was apparently Roald Dahl's in a bit of trouble, so he is. Because of something he said years ago. And this is what he said.
You need to make contact with Code Talker.
We'll talk to Code Talker in a second.
We have to stop this disease.
I'm getting money. Hold on.
Select the mission on your iDroid.
I need to go to the abandoned village. So, this is what Roald Dahl said, and he's in trouble over it now. I hope he's okay. He said this. It's very difficult to phone people in China, Mr. President, said the Postmaster General. You see, the country's so full of wings and wongs, every time you wing, you get the wong number. Now, if you think that's bad, wait until you hear about this. So, a couple of years ago, this is quite something. This story takes place more than 10 years ago, at least now. So let me think. That's it. So, when this game wasn't out yet, I recall there was a different game just called The Phantom Pain. And it was being developed by Moby Dick Studios. And the game director was none other than Joachim Mogrum. Who the fuck is that? So Joachim Mogrum, he has like a bandaged like fucking head. And you know, he's like he's supposed to be like a Swedish game developer making The Phantom Pain. And so he goes to E3. And they're like, oh, we're so excited. What is this? And you play in like the hospital bit, right? Of this game. So all it shows you is a guy with like, he's got like the thing. He's got like a hook. He's got like a hook arm. And then, so he's trying to escape the fucking hospital. And there's like giant whales in the trailer. And there's like floating things. But, you know, people are like, what the fuck was this? And, you know, well, it turns out that Hideo Kojima, this mastermind of a Japanese fella, he says that that was his alter ego. That was his stunt double. So let me show you the stunt double. This is supposed to be Kojima's alter ego. Let me show you. Let me adjust that.
All right, I'm here with Moby Dick Studios head CEO, Joachim Mogren.
Hello, Jeff.
Joachim, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It's very,
He's not Joaquin Phoenix, I'll tell you.
very good to see you.
And here he is, the other version of Hideo Kojima, because the first bit is Kojima scrambled, and the rest of it I think meant, someone said ogre, but there's an M in it.
First of all, I should ask, what happened to your face? Are you okay?
Is there something wrong with his face?
Okay.
Yes, I had a little accident, but I should be good by GDC coming up.
You know, a lot of people have been wondering who you really are, what Moby Dick Studios is working on. When are you going to tell us more about the Phantom Pain? Are you going to be able to
With a straight face, he's like, who the fuck is this guy?
share more tonight?
Yes, I plan on attending this show coming up in San Francisco, but I don't have
I have swollen lips, not because of the burning. I might be the burned man from this new game, but I'm also not.
anything to show today, unfortunately.
Okay, let me ask you a few things, though, about Phantom Pain, because as you know, when we announced this at the VGAs, there was a lot of speculation about what this game actually is.
It's a game where you run around a hospital and try not to get shot all the time. That's the full game. That's what it would have been.
Next generation game. That's something a lot of people ask me on Twitter, saying, Keely, is this a current gen game? Is it next gen? Is this a PlayStation 4 game?
Unfortunately, I cannot confirm that.
Okay. Can you maybe confirm that you guys have development kits at least for next generation systems?
I'm so sorry, Jeff. I can unfortunately not confirm that either.
All right, well, this is going well. What can you tell us then at GDC? What
So
are you
mysterious.
going to show from the game?
This year's GDC show, I will have a new Phantom Pain trailer, and I can confirm that it will answer all of your questions.
Okay, answer all the questions. So
Yeah.
we're not getting a lot of answers tonight, but at the Game Developers Conference later this month, there'll be no more secrets about this game.
Yes.
I guess one thing I will say here is that, we're sitting here in a
In 1 minute, you'll get a God of War review.
hotel room. We were asked to come interview you, find out.
And then
something
you'll
about
get
the
the
game.
Loco
How do I not
Cycle.
know this is some
And then
elaborate-
you get Shigeru. This interview isn't going very well. We need to cue the cards. We got Shigeru Miyamoto coming in 14 minutes. If you don't like the burned man here, he's not providing a lot of details on the Phantom Pain, so...
ruse.
Meanwhile, he's in the most excruciating fucking pain ever. He's in like, I was in an accident. And this guy's like, yeah, shut the fuck up about your accent. What happened to the game?
Well, unfortunately, I cannot show too much, but for you, Jeff, I can show you some new images and some new stuff here on my iPad that
Okay.
hopefully you'll enjoy.
Okay, so you're going to prove that this is real. So what are we seeing here? This is
Here's some war crimes by Moby Dick Studios. I never said Mogi.
some concept art from the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, more hospital shots.
Oh wow, those look like some new.
A flaming whale.
I noticed there's a Fox Engine logo in the corner, so this game is running on the Fox Engine.
He's exposed himself now. So this is the full hour, I think. And then he reveals he's in fact not the burned man. Is it here? It's just him. From a guy who watches too much films and makes games, he's a kooky guy. So whereabouts at the start? Is it here? And I hate to break the illusion to anybody.
Did you like it?
Did you like it? Turns out he wasn't a Swedish guy. He was just Japanese man Hideo Kojima.
Did you like it?
Unfortunately, if you are in a major accident, you can't just pull it off and reveal to people you're just a Japanese man in disguise. Unfortunately. So the real pain was that the Phantom Pain wasn't its own game. I wasn't too, surprised when they said, oh, it's actually not its own game made by a different, group of people. Getting this game instead of the Phantom Pain's fine. I don't want to play a game running around a hospital all day. Fuck these daily rewards. So this fucking informant guy, he died of overdose to his lungs or something. I think that's how it went. I want to change my my helicopter noise. My helicopter. I'll change the color as well. What else can you do with this? If you want a more higher def look at the baldies here, the cunning wasps, the daring eagles. He's on a stretcher in that image. That's not a great promotional image for my fucking dictatorship. Let's see. I think you go through the music section, don't you? Well, this is definitely the best one. An all-time classic, not to be played again. Right. There's musical content, and then there's a... Let's see. I'll just set this one as my... Until I get bored of that one. Let's look at these logs. So yeah, there's a guy who died. That's minus 30 heroism. There's our map info. He's on his fucking mobile phone. Get him off the phone. I got a challenge, and then I got what?
Please select a mission.
The Code Talker man. Make contact with Code Talk. Old man who knows how to treat the pathogen. Okay, that's a lot of goo goo gaga.
Mission accepted.
Will I go to war with my yellow arm? Will I go in with this? Hold on. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in like this. A stun. I'm just checking what I have. What do I have in this? Oh. The Dobermans.
Deploying.
The green Dobermans. So the Joachim Magram was actually just Hideo Kojima. He wasn't Swedish at all. I saw Hall & Oates, they were arguing, this was a while ago, that Hall & Oates were having an argument. They were going like, you know what? I had to write the songs. You know, well, you might write the songs, but I fucking sing them. Yeah, well, I wrote Man-Eater, you know, I wrote Man-Eater. Well, that's surprising considering you are one. And, you know, fucking Hall & Oates then have, you know, nothing drier than that. They have a falling out. And now it's just, what it really boils down to is a guy called Oates on his own and Hall. You know, they used to play the Halls, now it's just Oates. It's just not very good. So, there's something to bear in mind. Whenever you're a group name and your group falls apart, you need to consider what happens next.
Make contact with the old man known as Code Talker.
If it was Code,
team member you extracted,
Revolver Shalashashka Ocelot. That's a big one.
You'll find him in a mansion deep in the valley beyond the forest. He's a high-value target who's probably involved.
The old Dene Code Talker.
This information came at a heavy price. And you convinced security on site is gonna be tight. Why Watch yourself out there, all right?
It's written by Hideo Kojima, but also that other person right there in this.
Treatment requires it. Extract him to Mother Base.
Every time you load into these missions, it says, this game was made by Hideo Kojima. Did you remember that?
Be careful down there, boss.
Everybody's dying due to virus. Hold on, I need to do something with my staff. I don't know about you, but the baldness epidemic is claiming my entire staff. Oh god, they're mostly dying. I have like no one left. I'm gonna have nobody working for my my regime. In the sick bay we got Sadistic Viper and Frantic Crab. Poor fucking guys. And then in the brig, there's a shit ton of them in here. Yep, death by disease. Look, I didn't want to be, you know, a big downer on anybody's day today, but we're gonna have to read out the obituaries right now. You know, just in case I knew this. I didn't really know these guys very well, but I think it's proper we give them a real send off. You know. So let me get up something here. Just taking a drink before I give my send-off to the loyal men who died for what they believed in. Because remember this, unless you die for a cause, there's no point fucking doing anything. This fella, this guy was Iron Crow. He was only, he was really crap at everything except for fighting, right? He spoke Kazakh, Dari, Pashto, and Kikongo. He was from the Kikongo region, but now Iron Crow has been eaten by the crows. Sorry, the memorial music is too loud. Yeah, that's a bit better. So, here's to you, Iron Crow. You're probably enjoying, you know, it's probably better where you are now. Then we got the Howling Serpent. He spoke Afrikaans. In terms of skills, he had none. He's ranked D in everything, but he was C, he was average. Howling Serpent was an average guy, and he was bald. But he's gone now. He died because of that damn disease. I'm gonna stop the memorial music. He wasn't a gamer, and I think it's disrespectful to talk ill of the dead. You know what they say? Speak ill of the dead is what they say. But Cunning Crab, he died for what he believed in. He didn't die by no damn fucking fruity disease. It says KIA, which probably stands for Kentucky Fried Chicken or something. But he's dead now. Now, back to the important people. Cunning Crab was not so cunning, okay? And he didn't die for what he believed in. So anyway. We got Thunder Lion. His skill was he was a diplomat. And, but he also spoke Turkmen and Russian. Otherwise, he's gone. We got a dead iguana. Unfortunately, dead iguana took ill by a disease. And then we have a pirate, and he probably died of scurvy. We have a greedy serpent, but a Russian guy, and he still has no skills. Bastard harrier, a vile octopus. So, shout out to Vile Octopus. It's sad that you got taken down by that. You know, you waged a battle against this disease, but octopuses, you know, they can die of disease. And in other terms, Franta Kepo died from that damn disease as well. He spoke Tahik, English, he knew every language. He might have been a linguist, but now he should have been a jingoist, but now he's dead. Spitting Viper. He's a Ukrainian fella, maybe he's not, but he spoke every language there was, and he's gone now. We got a Stubborn Gibbon, he's a type of ape, and he's gone. This guy was a pouncing python, but he was good with shotguns. So, rest in peace, pouncing python. A python using his guns. Frantic cat. I don't really miss this guy. I don't even know him. Devil hound. Well, he's gone. A dizzy hyena. He used to develop machine guns, and he's gone. A spying hog and raging crow. I don't have time to give enough to these send-offs, but the first guy to die was the anesthesiologist, which is actually really fucking sad because I think he's supposed to be quite good in the game. I mean, real life. But that's been the obituaries for today. And more have... Wait, one person's back from the sick bay. At least it isn't Michael Bay. Put him in the sick bay. Yeah, I'm sorry to bring a bit of a downer on things. But, yeah, a guy died. Multiple people died of that fucking damn disease. So what am I doing? I'm on a mission to save some old fucking crone. This is Africa. Oh yeah. I have more to say about the chess cheating beads. You wouldn't catch that scandal happening in checkers. I've never heard it. Listen, I've only heard good things about checkers. But with those chess people, it's not good.
Judging from security in the area, I'd expect to see a patrol by now.
Another thing I might add. I know this is the hottest game on the fucking block right now to be playing because, isn't that fucking Death Stranding 2 supposed to be the hot thing this summer? Well, I didn't get it, so... I'm a big fan of you know, I like dad walking games.
Missed.
All you do in this game is run around and shoot people. It's like as if those women are invisible. But I can see right through them. They're robotic. The sex babes are here, oh no. Remember the early band, why are you doing this, Kojima? Remember the Sugar Babes? Let me pause it right there. There was a pop group called the Sugar Babes. Well, now they come in white and bald. But, and also the fucking bare arses are showing right now. I don't know why. But, look, it's wrong to sexualize. But also, what's with they have like eye patch machinery and they're bald? It's a bit step above. Are these the Bezos babes? That's the worst fucking thing ever. We should protest this. I don't want to be doing anything with these see-through bald ladies. She's gonna find you. The baldness epidemic. Look, listen, where's the video?
Discovered a molecule that
Hold on.
baldness can now be treated. Scientists
We found the solution to baldness. It just involves a bullet to the back of the head.
at UCLA discovered.
Boss,
Thankfully, I'm not bald.
Damn it. So Cypher is
Oh shit, get down. Is it over for me?
Where are they?
It's the one up there. Hold on. Oh well.
Snake, talk to me! Snake!
We're gonna have to read out the obituaries again. Snake is chopped liver now. I didn't roll around on the ground like a snake yet, so let's go back.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Whatever happened to the sugar babes anyway? Let's see. Whatever happened to them sugar babes? When I think of babe, I think of like the pig. Wikipedia last updated 5 days ago. 5 years ago. So the sugar babes. If you want to learn about the history of these people, they had their debut in 1998. Oh, every time I look up something, it's something to do with 1998. We got past members of the Sugar Babes. There's nothing more important than this timeline right here. Do you have the graphic of the Sugar Babes? It's quite complicated. So, at the start, you had Kesha, or Keisha, yeah, Mutya, Shivin, Heidi, Amel. Jade had the smallest kind of stint of all the members, but from about 2012 onward, they're going strong, the Sugar Babes. But then it says underline as Mutya Keisha Siobhan. So they're not the Sugar Babes, they're now the Mutya Keisha Siobhan. You see, this is what I meant with the Hall & Oates thing. There's a black square for studio album, but I think they're the thicker lines are studio albums. So their last studio album was 2010, and now their recent one was 2023, but they've had a good long amount of years not making music. What the fuck is happening? We got the first album, One Touch. Then we got the Angels with the Dirty Faces. Then 3 in 2003, I like that. Taller in More Ways. Change. That's back when they were yellow, it seems. Then we have the Catfights and Spotlights. The Sweet 7. And now it's the Lost Tapes. So I don't know if they're ever coming back. The British pop group, the Sugar Babies, or Babes. Interesting. If you were ever confused about the timeline of the Sugar Babes, well, now you know. It's very fucking hard to understand. I'm gonna save that graphic for later. It's very important. It's very important to this stream as well. We know where their origins lie. The Sugar Liars. Sugars don't lie. The hips lie. It's the hips. I don't think I know a single Sugar Babe song anyway. Well, listen. Because the Sugar Babes didn't die for what they believe in, it's not important. They're no Extinction Rebellion. I remember seeing something about Extinction Rebellion when I was on my commute to work not that long ago, and they had a sign that said, they had like a big skull and crossbones, and it said 5G kills. And I was like, 5G? We don't even have 5G, I was thinking. I was like, I don't even know what I have. But it's not good enough. If the internet's gonna, listen, if the internet's gonna kill me, at least make it, you know, the internet fast. I don't want a slow and painful death by fucking dial-up internet.
Is that... Boss, it's the skulls.
Oh, it's the skulls. I thought they were the sugar babes with balls. Okay. Let me sneak around the sugar babes. Because I don't want to get into an entanglement. Don't worry, they can't spot the dog or anything. I wonder, can I use the dog to knock them out? That makes sense. Oh, there's only kill, so... I want to do this like a snake, and eventually we'll get to where he is. Okay, this is riveting. Hold on. There's the image of the guy I need to collect. So see that Einstein-looking character? He looks a bit like those Goosebumps. He looks like a Goosebumps mask. Do you know when they used that the kids would like to make them look like really old people? It's like there was an episode where they look like they put a mask on and they look like all decrepit and fucking rotten. So yeah, it looks like he's wearing a rubber mask, but no, it's his actual face. Let's see. I have to extract him. Why am I in this menu again? Hold on. I think there was a reason for me going in here, but I can't remember now. It's 3 minutes and 47 minutes. 3 minutes and 48 seconds has gone by. I don't remember. The Twilight Zone mask. I don't know. Is that him in the bottom right as well? He lives in a penthouse. Oh my god. Oh. I don't think I recall what I was gonna do. How about we put on some Sugar Babe music so we know what they're doing and we can get through this mess. They released a new song 3 months ago. Let's see, is it any good? We're gonna put it on right now. She's giving a guy a tattoo, it seems. She's on a walking pad. I think we watched the music video. I'm gonna get in so much copyright hell for this. Okay. We're all going to copyright hell right now. She's on the walking pad. It's a very solitary room. She's only got a chair and a like a... At least it's not an iPad. It's just a walking pad. It's a statement about the world we live in. You can either walk on the walking pad or sit the fuck down. And there's a clock. Or maybe this is all the money they have left. They've contained the Sugar Babe. Or one of them. I don't know which one this is. And this one's got speakers instead. I think she got the better deal. The beat's fine. She can summon papers. Hold on. Interesting. The music video's never the important part. But, I don't know. They're trying to have a statement here. Hold on. Yeah, if you wanted to know if they still make good music, I guess they're back. And guess what? We're in the jungle. If I play lots of this, does that mean in the future, if I want to make any money off my stream, I need to give money to the Sugar Babes? Oh no. Does that mean they own my stream? Is this This is a conflict of interest. I don't know if I want that. Anyway. Look at all these lasers darting around. Holy fuck, they're everywhere. What can I do? I think there's only one right way of getting around these sugar babes. In my elephant box. Like, there's loads of them. My dog is doing all the work. Okay, get down. That's it. We're fucked.
Sniper, where are they?
Uh-oh. She spotted me.
Missed. Have a bad feeling about this.
They struck me down with their mallets. Their mallets of copyright. You see, they're in the right, I'm in the wrong for playing their music on my stream. There's nothing worse than pirating music, isn't that right? God forbid you do that. Listen, if there's any crime I can't fucking stand is people listening to some music for free. Unless you buy that fucking Spotify premium that doesn't last. The only thing I fucking have any problem with is not paying for your music. You know, I can let anything else go. You know, kidnapping children, I'll let you go. You know, bombing the innocent, I'll let you go. But if there's anything that I fucking can't stand for, it's not paying for your music license. Yet, you're going to hell. I hate to be the bearer of the good news, but if you stole anything, you gotta put it back. Which reminds me, it's time again for that old tradition of mine. Let's see. Fucking emails. I'm gonna ask my good old assistant Jeffrey what he thinks on the whole. What should I believe in? See, only Jeffrey knows what the answer to that is. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Apart from that, do you want to hear this? I got some good news. I did I took a narcissist test online, right? And it turns out, you know, I took it 100 times, and then the last time it said I'm not a narcissist. So there's that. But the bad news is I think I'm still a pig. So there's that. See, my assistant Jeffrey, he's an AI fella. He fucking says all sorts of things. I go, why can't you fix my life? And he just says, have you tried cleaning your room? I said, why don't you fucking do it? And he goes, because I'm not... He's like, I can't do it for you. You know? So let me see here. So here's what I've got. We gotta go delving deep for this. So this is what Jeffrey told me about Is It Right to Steal? I saw that Stranger Things trailer. I heard that after filming, a hatchet went missing. So they searched Winona Ryder's house and found all the other props there too. Oh my god. You can't make this up. Oh, here's another one. People can't get over that she's now turning 53, but in my eyes she looks as like a real steal. And I mean a person that steals, and I mean more than your heart. Fucking hell, Jeffrey, these are fucking horrible. They say she portrays an overprotective mother on the show, and I couldn't agree more. She's overprotective of all of the valuables she stole. So there's more to love about Winona Ryder. But more importantly, don't steal from the sugar babes. They'll find you and they'll assassinate you.
Damn it. So Cypher is behind this.
Those cruel, cruel CEOs getting those bald ladies to do their dirty work. I'm gonna feel bad for when they do cure the baldness epidemic. If you want to be bald, that's fine. But everyone else calls it an epidemic. There's a virus going around that makes your hair fall out. Have a look at this very luscious and relaxing waterfall that gets louder the more you zoom in. So I need to go up that waterfall. Whoa, 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 whoa! If you want to be bald, shave your head. No, I couldn't do that. It's too expensive to shave your head every day. Why do you think hairdressers, you know, they get paid to do that? It's extortionate. It's the one thing where you can go to someone and go, here, I want you to fix me, you know, make me look like a human being. And then after they're done, they show you like the little mirror and they show you the back of your head. Because, you know, that's what people want to be looking at, the back of your head. And I don't know about you, but for somebody, you know, if someone were to commit a really terrible crime, the one person I'd go to is my barber and say, do you recognize the back of this guy's head? And he'd be able to tell you straight off. It's like, yeah, I know. I used to cut his hair. And, so do you continue cutting it? No, I stopped cutting his hair because I fucked it up. So, if you ever look on the lookout for some guy who's on a murder spree, look out for Bob, the bald fella. I heard they're breaking. They're going. He goes by the saying or the. His code name is Breaking Bald. Some great scientist told me that. If people didn't grow hair, the hairstylist would go out of fashion. They go out of print. There's no money to be gotten out of these baldies. But that's what you think. You see, when they develop this new drug, and then they take it, yeah, I mean, their hair's gonna come back. But, what then? They can't fall back on the bald excuse. The bald response. They can't give a bald response anymore. They have to give you the actual response. So this... She's lying in wait. I'm gonna take my time. And up you go. I think you can climb up one of these waterfalls. I think you can climb up this. I can't remember now. This is looking really promising anyway. I love how they went like, oh, it's some great news. Like there's a guy waiting, thinking, finally, my time has come. I could be a person with hair again. But, you know, your hair grows back and you're ginger. Just make him a bald fella, I don't know. Listen, if you're an artist and you're... See, I'm a French artist. All I can draw is French. French stuff. But listen, every person when you draw him starts off bald. I draw the line and he's a bald fella. And then I draw another line and then maybe he'll get a bit of hair, who knows. You see that crack there? I'm gonna climb up the crack and see what happens. I did notice that the audio is a bit skewed. I should turn that down, I'm sorry. That's a bigger crime than the fucking pirating music. If you were wondering why the audio sounded so bad, well, there you go. I can't make out what he's saying. Is there any subtitles? I think he just went on a bald rant about how bald he is. He balls up all of his rage in his bald head. Yeah, you can make out what I'm saying now. You don't have to interpret. The subtitles are ditched. Wait, I had something here. I'm gonna ask my good old assistant Jeffrey here. I don't know how to answer that. I think it's in. Is it this? No, I don't think it's there. Hold on. I need to know what Jeffrey has to say about all this. You know, he says he can help with absolutely anything. You know, if I can't answer this myself, I'm just gonna fucking end it all. But, you know, then he says, you know, I can't assist you with that. Well, if Jeffrey can't help me with that, then he's on the old chopping block. It's like one of the worst assistants ever. You ask him, you know, to help you commit suicide, and he says he can't assist you with that. Talk about lazy. It's only partial murder, you know? You're partially murdering a full person. Actually, let's hear what the fucking Tom Cruise, the Scientologist, has to say about antidepressants. Or maybe the great Kresnov knows, but he's mighty expensive. Because you can be saved for a small fee of only $200,000. Get that sugar babes off. We're gonna look up this. I remember seeing this.
I've never.
If you want to see something a bit out of touch, a bit like Hall & Oates, well, here you go. What does Tom Cruise think about antidepressants? Well, here you go.
Agree with psychiatry ever. I've never agreed with psychiatry ever. Before I was a Scientologist, I never agreed with psychiatry. And then when I started studying the history of psychiatry, I started realizing more and more why I didn't
I thought these people in the background were real, and then I was like, they're not moving.
agree with psychiatry. And as far as the Brooke Shields thing is, look, you gotta understand, I really care about Brooke Shields. I think here's a wonderful and talented woman.
It was the antidepressant or going to a counselor or a psychiatrist. Isn't that enough?
Matt, you have to understand this. Here we are today, where I talk out against drugs and psychiatric abuses, of electric shocking people, okay, against their will, of drugging children with them not knowing the effects of these drugs. Do you know what Adderall is? Do you know Ritalin? Do you know now that Ritalin is a street drug? Do you understand that?
The difference is
No,
this was
no,
not
Matt,
against
Matt,
her
Matt,
will, though.
Matt,
But
Matt,
this wasn't
Matt, I'm
against
asking you a
Brooke's will.
question, Matt.
I don't know about you, but despite Adderall or Ritalin or anything, whatever he said, I'm not gonna jump off a fucking like massive death drop of a fucking ramp, you know, for my films. And you know, who needs a stunt? I'd feel bad to be the stunt double of fucking Tom Cruise, and he's telling me, yeah, you don't fucking need those antidepressants, or why are you taking those drugs to calm you down? Why don't you just experience the fucking harshness and pain of real life? That's crazy. He's wondering why are they all on these fucking drugs anyway? I mean, not everybody can jump out of a helicopter, you know, to solve their issues. Oh, that's it. Just jump across a death-defying chasm. You know, when Tom Cruise did that new, yeah, just be happy, he says. But I saw with that new, you know, film he was out doing. You know, people were looking at the big fucking jump he was doing on the motorbike, and all I have to say about that is, they think it's like you need a leap of faith. Well, I don't have a problem with that, but believing in Kreznov, the fucking almighty ruler, I think is more of a leap of logic, if you ask me. Listen, I don't mind what he does in his films, but what he believes in, I know that's what I care about. The Kreznovs are gonna come down, and unless you pay $200,000, I don't think you're gonna get salvation for free. It's, you know, I don't even know what happens once you pay all that money. You'll be absolved of your sins. You see, films are not preachy enough. You need to get the absolving of your sins treatment for the low price of fucking $250,000. Only then will you be truly happy and guilt-free. See, the reason you do bad things in your day-to-day life is because you're not paying Kreznov all of your money. The almighty alien ruler. I wonder, if Tom Cruise took all those drugs, do you think he wouldn't be thinking about Kreznov, or? Films are advertisements for stuff, and they're preachy enough. I wonder though.
Did they give up? Whatever. Just get to the mansion. Pronto.
People were saying that the new 28 Years Later, you know, that film came out after a long fucking time, and the original film didn't come out 28 years ago. It came out like 20 other odd. Let me get my biological material box. But you know, people were saying, oh, isn't it terrible that, you know, Jimmy Savile or Seville or whatever the fuck, he's in the film? And you know, I really disagree. I don't think that's the worst part about the film.
You're near the mansion. That's where you'll find the target code talker.
I think it's all the weird sexual assault kind of stuff going on. Like, who thought to themselves that, you know, the one thing that's missing from a zombie film? You know, women getting sexually assaulted. I didn't know what the whole big deal about the first 28 Days Later film was. And then I'm watching it, and then about 2/3 of the film go in, and then it's all about this weird shit. And I'm thinking, what happened to the fun film about the zombies? The people are the zombies. The people are the worst. But yeah, this director, Danny Boyle, is a bit of a weirdo, if you ask me. Like, was it really necessary to put all that stuff in? Who's worse? Who's worse in the end? Is it the people or is it the fucking flesh-eating zombies? I think it's both. It's not either or, you know? We know, listen, we get it. I don't go to a film to be told that the fucking people are worse. I think we all can agree on that. We all know that people are bad. We don't need to go to the film to know this. Just leave it to the zombies.
Analysis complete.
Leave the atrocities in the movie to the zombies, please. We don't need any of that other shit. You see, years ago, you could make a film about zombies where, you know, oh, who's the baddie? Is it the people or is it the zombies? What's the fucking zombies? What do you mean? Now everything has to be profound. Or they can just make it weird. Just make a fucking normal movie for once. All the movies nowadays are... I saw there was Sinners. I'm telling you, the only people who fucking... The sinners were the people going to the cinema. I need to go into this giant mansion and rescue an old fella for some reason. These men with guns need to be stopped. My sidekick dog will do nothing. I mean, he sniffs them out, doesn't he? Should I take this with me? No?
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
I wonder now, what do I do? It's a bit weird though, isn't it? You're watching a film and then they're like, I don't know who's worse, is it me or the zombies? It's the fucking zombies, what do you... If you need to really think about who's bad, I mean, you must be going wrong somewhere. I don't know, man. I'm conflicted. I don't know who's worse, me or the zombies. I mean, you won't have to think about it too much. I think we all know the answer to that.
Excellent work, boss. They don't even know you're there.
I'm in my nice, dimly lit fucking undercroft. My religious fucking undercroft. What the fuck? Very scenic. This is where they keep all of the beer, is it? What, is there a secret? No. I want to go to the cinema and not be fucking seeing some 3-hour preach fest. But then I heard here's this golden idea of a film. They're making a sequel to The Passion of the Christ. Listen, I don't know about you, but I really wanted to know what happened after the, you know, the resurrection of Christ. We're waiting for the resurrection, right? But I want to know what happens for the prequel. I want to know what happened to him there. The Passion of the Christ 2. And the post-credit scene where it's revealed that the Antichrist came back. Oh no. Not the fucking Antichrist. But, yeah, the Gladiator guy is directing it. It's gonna be a gruesome fucking film with Jesus again. I don't know if I need to watch that. Hold on. I need to ask Jeffrey more questions. In partnership with cryptocurrency, no doubt. This Jesus film. Yeah, Russell Crowe. That's who it is. I don't think Jeffrey knows. Yeah, at least zombies don't have to... They can't psychologically torment you as much as a person might. At most, they'll bite take a nice bite out of your neck. It's always your neck, isn't it? The tastiest part of the human body must be the neck. Which reminds me.
The neck! You!
I think that's not as loud as it used to be. I can't tell. Put your arms up, old man. Maybe he won't even care if I shoot him because he's been waiting.
I've been waiting till
Oh, I predicted it.
Should I say, Bedahochale?
Jesus. I mean, at least you don't need to pay for electricity down here. It's pretty nice. We found a wrinkly, a raisin man down here in the bunker. Do you have any opinions on these vape lungs?
Silence. Or death. It could be in here. Stay quiet. Your life depends on it.
If you speak anymore, you'll die.
The parasite has infected your band. Those are its larvae. They enter the throat and attach themselves to the vocal cords. They mimic the host.
How do we know that this guy doesn't have fucking something wrong with him?
No one can tell the difference. Upon reaching maturity,
He looks well for 101.
sustained
He must be
particular sound
only 25.
copulation, the resulting larva then feast,
The Spider-Man gene.
killing it.
Interesting.
The particular sound.
I show him a bunch of photos of my men are all dying of this horrible fucking lung disease. Anyway, let me take a fucking big pipes and smoke something here. The only antidote to these little fucking bugs, you know, if they're bugs, if you just put fire, you know, the bugs go on fire. So, if you burn your lungs alive, at least then you get rid of the virus, don't you? The solution, the root cause, you need to smoke. Where's the anti-smoking stuff like for the old games? We're against vapes. We're all about smokes.
Only those who speak a certain language, not just one. I cannot say which language your parasites are attuned to.
Who's teaching parasites fucking English?
Best way to keep them from laying their children. This
Yeah.
contains an herb that they dislike.
Smoke it. Smoke that tasty herb. I didn't expect to be doing some ganja with an old guy in a basement.
Good. That should deafen them for a while.
Oh, that they're deaf now.
About yourself some time. Speak.
He looks like a toy cigar.
Is there a cure? Once symptoms manifest, larvae have already infested the alveoli. At which point,
He's not a fan. It's my disgusting germs are on it now.
there is a way to halt the onset, which would prevent infection.
Yeah, don't let that thing out.
I need your help.
I don't think he's open.
Stole the ones I sealed away. Forced me to do his terrible work.
This is so important and cool, you know?
Even a country like America sways in his wake. I could not defy him. The fate of Dine lies in his hands.
The dinner is in his hands.
However,
Okay.
perhaps the Nishia led you here. If my children have upset the Hojun of the world, it falls to me.
This guy is like the original American, I see. They found fucking, what's his face? The guy on the dollar note. On one of them dollar notes. Thomas Jefferson, I found him. He's still alive. Oh, yay! My dog's after crushing fucking 20 of his candles. Oh no. I'm sorry about your candles, but my dog is not trained.
Your enemy's words, then unleash them.
He's doing good for 301. Thomas Jefferson's still around. He's getting up there in age, but I mean, he looks pretty good for his age.
That's what Skullface is after. In Zoya, Badiabulo was... Boss, he's gonna wipe every language besides English off the face of the earth.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Ironic, isn't it? They gave us language, and now they take it away. These things
English is pretty much a parasite language anyway.
learn to speak, but now
They say it's one of the hardest languages in the world,
turn
but for me it's the easiest.
warped by the hands of man.
What the hell are those 30... What is going on over there? Mission complete. People are dying because of heroism? Oh no, they're dead due to an epidemic.
Mission info has been updated. The map has been updated.
There's zombies. Speak of the devil or the dead, and there they are. Well, you have a problem. I don't think we should have fucking ushered in Danny Boyle speak, because now look what's happened. Go get him, dog. Okay, he's just barking. He's just alerting them to where I am. I don't think my dog can kill them because they're already, like, fucked. He's got a helmet on, which isn't good. So what if I smoke him? How the fuck does somebody with a gas mask get the zombie virus? There's two of them with it.
The guards are acting strange. Almost
You can say that again.
like it could be the skulls. Damn it, they're controlling those soldiers. Be careful.
Can he see me or is he blind? Oh well. I need to escort Thomas Jefferson back to safety away from the zombie mansion. Okay. Wait, what?
Victims of the experiments. They were implanted without my knowledge, even had I known.
Are all the soldiers zombies or?
I could have done.
Are the MIA intel team members buried there too? Bastards.
I wouldn't know.
They're gonna pay for this.
Please select support helicopter.
We need to get the fuck out of here before the sugar babes arrive to make it even better. What do you say is better? What's happening right now in this game, or what happened in that 28 years later film? I don't think we're gonna miss what the fuck was in that. I don't think anybody misses fucking that scum of the earth. All I've heard is, right, from the American audience, they were confused, and then the English audience were revolted. I don't think he's made a good third half of any film. Oh god, the sugar babes are back. She's right there. Oh, this ain't good. Let's throw some smoke at her and see what happens.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Did I get it? Oh great, there's more of them. Groups and groups of them. And they're just standing around in threes. Like, what's going on? They're clumped together. Why? There's just clumps of guards hanging out in threes. It's a good number.
Protect the target. If he
Okay.
dies, Mother Base dies with him.
They just dropped a fucking pineapple on his head. Rip Thomas Jefferson, fuck. You have some bad news.
Boss, the target's dead. Mission failed.
Yeah, I can see that. Where's my... I can't. My fucking everything's frozen. Okay, it's back. Look at that. Fuck. You have some bad news. I couldn't get it in time. I'm sorry. I couldn't get a rewind of what happened to him. Do I want to equip the chicken hat? That's all I need now is a chicken hat. I'm sorry about this, but we're gonna have to repeat what just happened. We need to skedaddle and get Thomas Jefferson back to base so we can cure the parasites that know all the different languages except English.
The map has been updated.
And like before, I'm gonna do this. At least now these zombies are sleeping. Let's do a speed run, quick. I hope not this again.
Victims of the experiments. They were implanted without my knowledge. Had I known, there is nothing I could have done.
Are the MIA Intel team members buried there too? Bastards. They're gonna pay for this.
I saw on the news before I started my my entertainment stream that Mads Mikkelsen was deported from the States for a meme image of JD Vance, and that's that image of JD Vance where he's like a bald baby or something. All it was that, and the guy was just a Norwegian guy, and it wasn't even Mads Mikkelsen at all. He has the same name as him, but it's not who you're thinking of. You're thinking of the James Bond villain. I'm thinking of the actor. Everything has been that's crazy. How could you live in America and say that's crazy? The fucking world's crazy all the time. I mean, maybe that's just normal now. What I find fucking weird is the three musketeers hanging out in the field right now, staring at smoke. Okay, as long as she's not aware of my presence, then that's okay. The fact that a grenade dropped on his head, it's not great.
Please support helicopter requested.
Look, there's nothing strange. Look, reality is stranger than fiction. When real life is crazier than Kojima life, that's where we're heading.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
I'm nearly out. There's no sugar babes hanging around, is there?
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Whatever you do, don't do it. That's disgusting. Why did you need to do that?
This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Let's get the fuck out of here quick. Okay, that nightmare's finally done and dusted. Over with. I can relax. I can finally relax. I thought they played these games for fucking stress relief. This is not what I was expecting. Look, there she is. Blind as a bat. Yeah, people play games to relieve stress.
Mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional.
It was exceptional, but it wasn't the best. So, I got more tokens for my D-Dog. Whatever that is.
Boss, we found the bodies of the two missing Intel team members in Lufwa Valley. We knew we wouldn't get them back alive, but still, it's a damn shame. Don't let their sacrifice go to waste, boss. We need to stop the epidemic at Mother Base. That old man, Code Talker, he's the only hope we've got.
Let's hope he doesn't croak. You got rewards. And I got a blazing wallaby, a sinister marlin, a stalking gibbon, panzer moth, the doom iguana. Who are these fucking people? The volunteer smoking marlin. What the fuck? Let's see what this old guy has to say about it.
I hid the answer in a microbe this one carries. It turns the male parasites into females.
I have something to say about that. Don't, whatever you do, don't say anything like that or you end up on GB News. Or maybe Piers Morgan will want to talk to you. It's quite ironic, right? You know these people like they're transphobes and all this. They're that afraid of people who dress. Maybe they dress a certain way, right? But you know they're people like you, me, or you, right? Just because they want to be the way that they are, right? And then all these conservative type people, they're like, yeah, I want to fucking question them. The ironic thing is, if they can't stick them that much, why do they want to speak to them all the time? Like, it just boggles the mind.
Preventing reproduction. One parasite infecting another.
I wonder where he got his necklace from.
It doesn't affect
Maybe it's from
the
Etsy or
parasite.
something.
It alters the host as well. Your infection will be contained. But you and your men will also be rendered infertile.
You will not have any babies.
That is the price you must pay to regain your speech.
Here's a choice. Speak English or have babies. You take it. Take it or leave it. Do you want babies or do you want to speak English?
A different strain from the vocal cord parasite.
What fucking decision is this?
Known as
What?
the one that covers.
I don't know if these people deserve to have babies with the way they go around killing people.
In exchange for nourishment. But I did not know those men were infected.
Why does Thomas Jefferson care if we fucking die or not?
They were forced to serve him. Then steal my research. Have you seen one of their vehicles?
The yellow cake.
Captured a convoy they were escorting. Cargo, some kind of mineral.
What became of it? The metallic archaea.
Clouds ahead!
I think, yeah, let's go into that big rotten orange cloud. Seems like a good idea. To be continued. Interesting. Shocking. Well, here's a hint about dumpsters now. When you want to conceal fallen enemies, you can put them in the dumpster. I read that as fecal instead of fallen. And 4 people are now dead.
Are you okay?
Mission list
So the vocal cord parasites that have infected Mother Base.
They're all getting sick.
Ethnic cleansers designed to silence those who don't fit into Skullface's worldview. We can't allow him to have such power. Go over the mission details and
Lots
get
of
going
maps.
ASAP.
What did I said about my views? Yeah. It turns out that eating fried chicken every day for views. You know, I wanted to get into that new, you know, thing. Because the hot thing at the moment on social media is eating fucking loads and loads of food. You know, food influencer, you know? So I decided I'd try it, you know. You know, how hard could it be? Just eat food every day. It turns out it's actually the hardest thing in the world. Because, you know, as soon as you turn that camera on, you have to, you know, people don't like it when they... you open that gob of yours and it's fucking disgusting. Nobody wants to see that. So that's that idea shot down the toilet, you know? So enough of the fried chicken. So see, people say to me, you know, you need to change your view on life. And I say, how about you mind your fucking business? And hopefully your business isn't selling me fried chicken. Me and Joe have to go make a cooking channel. Oh yeah, of course, the cooking channel, yes. We'll put it on the old list. I don't know what I'm doing.
Please specify a project.
I was just so taken aback by the fucking old guy telling me about you fucked up or something. So, well, these guns are on the menu tonight. Tasty guns. So while these guns are cooking, I'm gonna have to do something. I don't know if that's the right thing to be making, but that's what I'm making. A gold arm. I don't know if I want that.
Please specify a project.
I need to get that dog some water, I tell you. And then there's the butterfly equipment. What? My medical team is crap. I don't know what I'm looking at. What's on the list anyway?
Select a mission.
Fight off the skulls. Oh yeah. The skulls, that reminds me, right? You know, I go to my doctor, and my doctor says to me when I go in there, he said, do you even have a skeleton in there? And you know, I said to him, just you know, what do you mean, do I have a skeleton? Of course I have a skeleton. He goes, well, what do you eat in your diet? And I said, I eat pork sandwiches. He says, well, you need to cut that out because I don't know where your skeleton is. And, which is kind of rude, and, you know, there's a living skeleton in there somewhere. And, you know that saying, you are what you eat? Well, it turns out I'm a big fat fucking pig. Because all I'm doing is eating, you know, I'm eating pig. So, I don't know why he says he doesn't know if there's a skeleton. Like, what, is he supposed to be a doctor? He doesn't even know if there's a skeleton in there. Let's check my relationship menu. I don't know. I got supporters. You're supposed to get your supporters out. We got 25% there. Going. Here's your hint again about the dumpsters. But, what have I... Oh, yeah. You know, my good old assistant fucking Jeffrey tells me I need to go on a break. We'll be right back after the break.
Peggy 18.
Get ready for a Silent Hill experience like no other. The rage sickles prowl the streets, and it's up to one man to put a stop to it. Played as James Sunderland, a useless asswipe who's searching for love in Silent Hill.
Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago.
Play with up to 4 friends in the 4-player co-op mode, split into 4 different gameplay screens. Play it on the go anywhere you want. Will James find his dead wife alive, or will he find something bigger? He won't finish this game on stream, but rest assured he will drag it on for years to come. If you thought you've seen it all, look again. James Sunderland, Junior Robert Fat Edition, Winona Ryder. Winona Ryder, after stealing your actual heart. James Gordon, Barry Burton. This guy, a must-see for all the family. Silent Hill 2, rated M for mature.
Is this fucking thing working? Oh, that first half of the fucking stream, that fucking didn't go well at all. Which, you know, that hint about the dumpster, I think I might as well take the advice of that and just jump right in. Yeah, how could it go any worse? And, you know, at the start, it was a disaster, you know? Just being told, you know, fuck these, fuck these scripted bits. So I don't have any more scripted bits, which reminds me, you know, before it was the Irish stick, and then it was the, you know, I know the vegan stuff didn't go over well either, but there's nothing better than fucking scripted bits. They tell me it's one of the best things a person can do on one of these fucking things, and I don't have anything, I don't have any hot new opinions. I don't have any hot new topics to go on about. I'm all dried up. I absolutely got no talent. I got nothing left. But what I do have is I have a poem. Because a poem reading is in. It's all about the fucking poem now. So I've decided we're gonna read a poem instead. So let's put the music back on for this. It's not it's not a nice poem. But here's the long gist of it anyway. My my dog passed away not too long ago. So I got this poem here. We're gonna read the poem about the dog. And look, it's not a happy poem or anything, but the thing about the poor guys who died of dysentery or whatever on my base, they died of the vocal popcorn lung or whatever. It's nothing compared to the real thing of this. So here's the poem. He never came to me when I would call, unless he had a rubber ball, or he felt like it. But mostly he didn't care at all. When he was young, he never learned to call, or sit or stay. He didn't care if you were gay. Diligence was not his tag. But when you were with him, things sure didn't sag. He'd dig up a shrub just to help me. And when I'd call him, he'd turn and lick me. He licked lots of folks from day to day. The Deliveroo man was his favorite stray. The gas man would read our meter. He said we owned a real man-eater. He set the house ablaze. But the story's so long it's all a haze. When the sun shine, Gloria would make us our favorite buns. It was she who made those steaks that gave me the runs. It's times like this I sit or stay. Maybe I'm a dog with how I disobey. He was always first out the door. The old one and I would bring up the rear. I don't know how I'd go and choose an old woman to be my bride. It's only now I realize it was a man, so I buried my pride. And he'd charge up that street with mom hanging on. How I wish I was so wrong. You see, they created a bit of a stir. And by stir, I mean public outrage and many headlines. And with a frown on his face, look around. It was just to make sure that the old bag wasn't hanging around. I get so weary from all the barking. I'd be trying to sleep and the old one would still be parking. And as I'd leave the room, he'd look at me and get up from his place by the fire. He knew where the balls were upstairs, and I'd give him one for a while. And he'd push it under the bed with his nose. It started to annoy me how he'd constantly cry, but before very long he'd tire of the ball, and he'd be asleep in his corner, like no time at all. And there were nights when I'd feel him climb up onto our bed, and lie in the middle, and I'd pet his belly. And there were nights when I feel an intense stare, and I wake up and he'd be sitting there. I reach my hand out and stroke his hair. He'd wake us up all in the middle of the night, and he would have this fear that would give us a fright of the dark, of life, of lots of things. And now I'm just glad he's dead. There are nights when I think I feel him with his breath in my ears. And then there are nights when I think I feel him stare, and I reach out my hand to stroke his belly, but he's not there. Oh, how I wish that wasn't so. I never had a dog named Bo. Well, that's not a poem I wrote. I stole that from Norm MacDonald, who stole it from Jimmy Stewart. So there you go. I never owned a dog named that. But let's be real here. The first part of the stream, all I talk about the sugar babes, all this sugar babe talk. People don't want to hear about them. They're old hat. No one wants to see old stuff or pre-stuff. I want to go to the mission. I only care about the mission. Why does he not just shut the hell up and play the fucking damn game? See, it's all about the mission. But yeah, no one was a fan of the first half, let's be real. But, you know, welcome back to this. Some tips about going to the toilet. Some toilet tips for any people at home. For the viewers who want to know what's going on.
Geke Salaka, Tata Nange Mingi. Ah, Eli Lolula Mono.
Listen, I know it's wrong to, you know, for the children to be working on this base and all that, but at least they're not on their damn phone all the time. They're not on that damn Roblox. He wants to be a YouTuber.
Tepe, Eli, what's the matter? Fighting will get you nowhere, Eli.
Look, kids shouldn't be playing around with sharp objects. The back of his clothes reminds me of me.
I'm not a kid. You hear me?
Okay, you're not a child, you're a fully grown man now. Shut the hell up. That was his good stabbing hand. I think this is what people thought would happen when they watched Tarantino films and he went on that massive rant, as he does. But like, you know, kids don't copy what they see in the films. They're not gonna go around like fucking pulling people's heads off because they watch something, you know?
On the battlefield, they use one another's nom de guerre.
What's this fucking Bill Maher speak?
That hasn't sat too well with Eli. Or should I say, Unyoka ya Mbempe.
Mbempe. Like the footballer.
Letting us grown-ups walk all over him.
That's it. We need to catch Coney, you know, kill him. Get rid of Coney 2012. It's an absolute disgrace that that monster's going around with his children with the machetes. Okay, then this is where I draw the line on my base. We shouldn't be putting this gick around our base. Listen, I know this is camp, you know, this is Mother Base, where all the straights live. But if there's anything I can't stand on this, is it's having fucking disgusting animated images around my militaristic, you know, regime. We can't be having this. We need to stop putting up this glorified fucking porn, you know? Then we have a wash. I need to have a good, nice wash after fucking that shit was up there. I'm physically, but I'm mentally refreshed. And I feel that after the big break in the poem. You gotta learn a lesson. You can't, you know, there's kids going and walking around here and you're putting that weird shit up on the walls. I don't know what's worse. Abducting children and forcing them to fight for my private army, or putting up those weird posters. Is this what they do up in North Korea? Is that what Kim Jong-un is up to every day? I want to see what's over here in these containing shipments.
Analysis complete.
What's his name? He's just known as Mother Base Staff. I know him as Ginger Soldier 1. So what was I thinking? I be thinking, you know, in my brain. But what I was thinking of is I was at one of them parties, right? I was talking to this guy, and you know, I thought he was German, but then he tells me that he's actually he was not German. He said Austria. I said, "You're one of them German Austrian guys?" He goes, "No, no, I'm from Australia." But you see, I thought originally he said he was from Austria, and then I started to get a bit nervous. But then it turns out that he was just gay, and if you have somebody from Australia with a really gay voice, they sound like German. I was getting really confused, but I heard actually it's easier for gay people to translate to Spanish because it's all in the tongue and throat. Look, I don't speak Spanish, so I wouldn't know. See, my intent always gets lost in translation. See, you know the end of that movie? You know, you don't hear what they say at the end of that. There's probably something fucking filthy anyway. I don't think we need to know what happened in that. I think that's Bill Murray's problem, isn't it? It's always Bill Murray getting involved. Kiefer Sutherland is Snake, but at least it's not the other Kevin. Just abusing my staff. Is that some free money I see? Some large fucking diamonds. Some rough diamonds. But speaking of the, you know, the whole gay thing, you know, gay people are the same as all of us, right? What I find weird is if you're straight and you get called gay all the time, you know, but if you're gay and, you know, you go around and you suck somebody's cock daily, you know, they never mention it once. You know, they say, you know, we have to be proud to be gay. But like that's a weird thing to be proud of, you know? You know, all I'm proud of is I like to suck, you know, cock, and I aspire to, you know, suck more. See, the secret gays are the best kind of gays because, you know, they're sneaky. They'll go, what I do actually is I paint fences. You know, who knows what they'll do with that brush? And you see, these fucking companies, you know, they try to extort. You know, these companies are rotten in fucking June, in July and whatever. I don't know, maybe it's the summer of gays, I don't know. But yeah, they'll try and extort them, so you know, these companies be like, oh, you know how we sell these Priuses? Well, for 1 month only they're gay. Like, what? I thought they were gay the other 11 months. It's a bit of a cop-out just when, you know, we're the guys that make fucking Oreo biscuits, and then we're gonna make them rainbow colored for 1 month only because, you know, we care about the gay people. And I don't know what that has to do with Oreos, right? Because for all I'm concerned, after you eat an Oreo, doesn't it fucking always comes out of shit. At the end of the day, whatever you eat is just gonna turn to fucking shit anyway. And then, I don't know if it's the same this year, but I remember these companies would always try and be like, oh, our company's really happy and proud to be gay right now. But then as soon as the month's over, they go back to being normal. Actually, you know what? I don't care for the gay people too much, you know? You see, the problem is after the month's gone, it's just, you know, that's it. See, I don't care for someone who wants to suck people's cocks all day. You know, all I care about are those secret gays, you know? The ones that hang out in bathrooms and closets. But, you know, those people are like the hardest to find.
Extraction.
But now you know where to find them.
Database.
You can always find them behind a big bush. You know, sucking someone's fucking juicy fucking cock. Their big boss is in there. He's in that bush. Do we have any more information on where the gay guy is? He's working on an oil rig, I heard. You got North, and then you got fake North. Where's North? We got the mission list and the side list and the combatant list. Well, all these fucking talk about lists. There's only one thing I'll say about all this is put it on the list. That's all I'll say. Enough of this gay talk. We have to go back to just talking about, you know, the fact that Cillian Murphy was full frontal nudity and 28 days later. Why the fuck was that in the film? Why did we need to see that? You know, the one thing I think about when I think of a zombie film is the fucking guy's cock and balls. Not the fact that there's zombies or anything, like, God forbid. I'm sick of this fucking... What am I gonna do?
Please select a mission.
Will we rescue the old fucker? The old crone? Oh yeah, I forgot. It's not right to say the F word. Because of what happened today. You know, the worst thing a man can commit today is saying the fucking F word on live fucking television. It's not the fact that something else might happen. He dropped an F-bomb. I don't know. I think there's worse things than an F-bomb. Maybe potentially a real fucking Holocaust-causing bomb. You know, that's something else.
Deploying.
My dog isn't even a fucking Doberman. He's a wolf. He's a wolf dog. He thinks he's a dog, but he's a wolf. He's a wolf dog. Man's best friend is a fucking dog. It's a bit sad, a bit lonely. I feel sorry for the women who don't have a man's best friend. They only have a woman's best friend. And then, why is it that cats outlive dogs anyway? Oh, well, actually, I have the answer to that. You know, my cat, I always observe my cat. Nobody asks for a cat. They just kind of like arrive. I don't know. People don't really go looking for these things. They end up at your house and you feed them and then they won't fuck off. But, see, my cat Bert, that's what I named my cat. So, he goes out every day. He's, you know, what is a woman's best friend? Clothing, I suppose. I know it's filthy and wrong to talk about, but man's best friend is definitely not clothes, I'll tell you that. As soon as I take all my clothes off, I say, put that back on. You're being a public nuisance. You're being indecent. So let me tell you about my cat Bert. So he's going around, he's foraging, he's searching through like the grass. You know, he's trying to fucking find innocent fucking turkeys or something. He's trying to prey on the innocent. So a whole day goes by and my cat Bert's nowhere to be seen, and then he comes crawling back. And he's like, he's all sad. He goes, you know, do you have any of that tinned food? Because he, you know, he feels like he has to prove himself. You know, he has to earn his meal for the day. If he doesn't catch like a little fucking rodent, a little mouse, you know, he's a failure, right? He has to earn the right to eat food, like any of us. But the fact is this: no matter what happens, there's always going to be that, you know, that dole, you know, that government subsidized food for Wayne at home. But then there's I look at my dog, right? This fucker does nothing all day. He doesn't earn his stay. You know, all he does is bark at anything. He lets me know what time to wake up in the morning, right? Which is all the time. He's always barking mad. And listen to this. The reason why he ain't living too long is he's fucking eating his own shit. It always ends up that he's just eating his own fucking shit. So no wonder he doesn't live as long as the cat. The cat's not going around eating shit.
It's them.
If you want to live to 101 like fucking Thomas Jefferson here, my advice to you is don't quit eating the shit. This helicopter's built out of, I don't know what about you, but this helicopter it's not the best. You know, people say, oh, flight statistics and all this, you're statistically more not going to die in one of like a car accident. I don't think I want to hear about the statistics while I'm on one of these flights. You know, I could do without that. And then you say, did you see that plane crash? I'm like, yeah, I fucking heard about the plane crash. Then they go, you heard about the helicopter crash? I was like, what's this? But then when there's a car accident, people go, yeah, whatever. I've heard of the car. Yeah, I've heard of the car crash. A bit like the stream. We were going so well. And now it's a helicopter crash. Whatever happened to his face? We need to pull up. You know how I said the first segment of the stream bombed? Well, the second part of the stream crashed. I don't think people were fond of the gay jokes, the gay humor, or the helicopter statistic jokes. Featuring Dr. Huey, as in Huey, Louie, and Dewey, the Duck brothers. And the Contract Forces of Africa, all of them. And the Dene Code Man. And the Skeletons. Who the fuck isn't featured in this fucking episode? You don't want to do that. You might get, you know, that fucking rotten tetanus. Isn't it mad that years ago people used to just ingest all these horrible toxic chemicals? You hear John Wayne was licking the sand of like the fucking set or something, and he, you know, a lot of them got really sick because of what the nuclear testing going on. And then you had the asbestos. All of our houses are made of this rotten asbestos. Oh no, he's got asbestos poisoning. You should never work around a place that's full of asbestos. And the worst part about it is no one warns you that the fucking thing was built of asbestos either. So if you want to be a hypochondriac, you don't want to watch this. It's the microplastics. He didn't, you know those straws to replace the normal plastic straws? Listen, this wouldn't have happened to him if we stuck to the original plastic straws. But you can see that blue stuff, that's microplastic. And the worst part about it is, you know, I have my good old assistant Jeffrey. You know, my AI assistant, he knows everything. But then I ask my friend Joe, like, what does he say? And then he'll tell me something like I don't want to know. And then he says, you know what you got there? You know, you've got, I heard that there's millions and millions of pieces of plastic in your balls. I'm like, what? Thank you for telling me that, Joe. That's really what I wanted to hear right now. See, these real friends are fucking good for nothing. They'll just tell you shit you already know and you don't want to hear. And then he goes, you know, get this. And I go, what is it now, Joe? Not only that, but you got millions of pieces of plastic in your fucking cock as well. I'm like, what? So what am I supposed to do with this? I don't know. You have enough plastic to make a full bottle of something. Just don't tell the Coke company. They're gonna be asking for my balls. After all that recycling, Taylor Swift won't stop going in her fucking jet plane and burning the fucking planet. And I'm fucking trying to put the plastic bottles in the bin. Oh, and speaking of, right? I got a bottle of plastic right now. That's what happened to him. My lid. I don't know if you can hear that, but the lid of my plastic bottle's attached. But that's gonna save the planet.
We are their quarry.
Don't worry, me and my trusty dog will take out these metal men. I don't think I'm prepared for the metal men right now. All these dodgy people were on those planes, weren't they? Now, how do you do this again? The fuck are those? Holy shit. You're not safe from flying rocks. Hold on. Okay, that's working. That's the way you do it. Get away from that. It's my favorite mission. My dog's dead.
Snake, talk to me! Snake! Snake!
Listen, Snake's fucking dead. Okay, back to my favorite mission of all time. I think you're supposed to move or the old guy croaks. I need to know what sexuality these rock men are. Maybe they're full of fucking semen or something. Okay, bedtime. Oh fuck, I thought I could do that thing. Well, stay put for now. Oh, he built a fucking rock pyramid behind me. Hold on. I miss the old games. You just eat like fucking some bread and your health would come back. None of this running away. Okay, I'm good. Oh, never mind. Is he doing that thing again? He is. I think I know what I'm doing. Hold on. You just wait right there, buddy. I think I should have just came into the mission with this. Not these. I need a delivery package. I need a drone package of a fucking rocket launcher. Hold on. They're quick. I need to go through Amazon. One second, okay? Right fucking time. Okay, in the meantime, let me use my useless gun. Good thing I moved. Before they popped, you can do that. Just 1 second. So this shit was going on in the 80s, you're telling me? The bald rock men. The rock and roll of the 80s. Let's get rid of my sniper rifle. Yeah, Kojima said that Solid Snake is gay or something. Can't believe he said that. Also, he wears a chicken hat. That's news to me. See, I can't really put my fucking hands down while I'm playing the game, but it's of crucial importance we know what sexuality is before he shoots people in the head. I got some hang-ups, you know? For one, why are these fucking skeleton men out to fucking kill me? Oh fuck, it's too close.
Boss, come in.
If you're unsure of what Kojima said, just type in is Metal Gear Solid Snake gay.
So that mist is their work. We won't be able to send in another chopper for now. Boss, you'll need to eliminate the skulls. We cannot lose Code Talker.
I asked my good old trusty assistant Jeffrey, you know, because Jeffrey knows everything, and he told me that you need to stop looking up whether something's gay or not, and I was like, what? These fucking AI assistants, they're fucking good for nothing. Who are they to tell me what I can't look up or anything? Look, we can't speculate what anybody is. I'm not sure these are actually men. They could be rock anything. Maybe they're rock hard. I think underneath the rocks and shit, they're fucking, they got like a flagging erection or something. I need to rescue this old man. Yous are distracting me. You can ask these questions to the devil, you know? You know, the devil knows everything. I know only fucking what? Shooting rock people. And I'm not even good at it at that. Oh, rip. I was behind cover and the rock got me.
Hey, quit kidding around.
I'm not wearing the fucking chicken hat. My dog is fucking useless. I don't think the diamond dog is going to be able to bite through solid rock. Okay, I'll be safe in here for a second. I think restarting the whole fucking stream would be a good idea.
Please, supplies requested.
Oh, there's your electricity fucked. If I shoot that rock when they're near it, do they, like, suffer from it too? Oh, he just scraped my knee. It's fine. That's it. Ah, fucked it up. Almost away. Ooh. Let me hide in this Amazon warehouse that's probably full of piss. I saw in Venice that like Bezos wanted to have a wedding or something with his new young hot wife, and it didn't turn out well because there was a lot of protesters, and they're like, "You know, get the fuck out of here, you bald fuck." Isn't that crazy? Venice is literally sinking. It'll never exist ever again, and one of the richest people in the earth's like, I'm gonna have another marriage because marriage always goes well for the rich. You know, this marriage is gonna last a while, and they're protesting it. Like, how dare he have a fucking wedding in our sinking city, right? But think of it this way: another thing that's sinking is probably going to be the marriage after a year or two. You know, your worry shouldn't be about a rich bald man having a fucking, you know, his wedding in your city. I think the bigger issue is probably your fucking city, you know, disappearing because of the water. I gotta go collect my Amazon delivery of my rocket launcher. But he is the devil, isn't he? If you stream to just Twitch, I believe he's your boss. He gets like, what, 70% of the earnings you make? So all these streamers are talking ill of him. He's taking most of their money anyway. And then there's the Twitch CEO who's different from the actual, like, you know, the Amazon guy. Who fucking knows what he's doing? Remember the YouTube CEO? I remember when YouTube was just like a small, like, fucking website. And you could upload fucking anything you wanted, and it didn't have to be good, or, you know, it was just rubbish. You know, you can have really rubbish videos on YouTube, right? But now it's so corporate, you know, it's so ruined. This fucking website you're watching on used to be good, now it's fucking shit. We're gonna switch over to this. So that only takes the armor off him. Let me focus then. This guy on half. Okay, look at this guy. I think I know what to do. Hold on. Okay, we got a fucking what's the word? Two fucking bands coming together because there's a Twitch comment I get. You know, YouTube used to be fun, you know? Yeah, and I don't really like the idea of getting a fucking ad out, like a 30-minute almost ad every hour. Somebody said they get like fucking, like tens of thousands of these fucking ads. Can't watch 5 minutes without a 10-minute ad. It's really a 2-minute ad that you can't skip, and I think they want to get rid of. You're not allowed to do that skip. You know that skip ad thing? They're trying to get rid of that. At this point, we should just go back to watching TV. Okay, I see how it is. Don't they have enough fucking money as is? What are these rich people doing with their money anyway? They're not going to any of these uncharted islands by chance. They're not chartering these boats to these fucking islands now, are they? These celebrities, why do they want to go to an island full of kids anyway? This is what I want to do to those people. And it's never fucking like... They never want to go to Africa and help anyone there, do they? Oh my god. Also, why is it that, like, celebrities and, like, famous people, like, in the new film, they just want... They keep on bringing up all this pedo humor. Like, why does Danny Boyle want to put Jimmy Savile in fucking... Or sorry, I don't mean to sanctify his name, I mean Savile. Why do they want to put him in the fucking zombie movie? The one thing I want to see when I go see a zombie flick is a fucking well-known deceased pedophile. How do you get more? I need ammo.
Please select a
We're gonna drop it off by the... No, we won't drop it off by the old guy.
supplies requested.
The old crone. They're able to build the fucking rocks inside the fucking base. It's like a bomb hit this place, what? How was the movie though? It wasn't very good. Also, Cillian Murphy never showed up anyway. He's not even in the fucking thing. Well, if you like the first film, which, you know, I didn't like the first one very much. It's like that. And then the last act of that is fucking dog shit. There's plenty of films out there that you haven't seen. Go watch them. Don't fucking give any money to this fucking scumbag. I'm talking about Danny Boyle. You know, donations are expected and never appreciated here. I thought I could do a thing. Let's get this fucking done and dusted. By the time I'm fucking done this mission, Code Talker is going to die of old age. Like the fucking, the guy in Metal Gear Solid 3. Do I have any movie recommendation? That's a good question. I think you're going to have to ask fucking Joe. I think... What am I into? I'm into the ladies. I think if you like Big Mama's House too, or I also like, yeah, white chicks. I like the ladies. Let's see. What? I'm going to ask my trusty assistant Jeffrey, what do I think about that? I found it. So, Hollywood is ready to reboot a cult classic film from the early 2000s with a new twist. Instead, they're calling it a Minority Report. That's a bit of a topical one, that. So you know how you got that Minority Report? Well, they're doing a new one. You know the one with the fucking crime and the fucking the wooden balls? I tell you, I have some tricks, I tell you. I'm all about them tricks. The controls of this game, I keep forgetting them because of the other fucking games. Okay. Maybe don't come back to the game when you've been away from the game for so long. He's off his game! I want to kill these fucking skullmen. That's my game. For the Twitch man who probably, you know, doesn't get the context, you're gonna have to go onto the YouTube to see what the fuck happened. We're gonna have to do a fucking, what's it called, a sit rep? We're gonna have to bring a HR meeting into this and see where the fuck we went wrong. The scripted bits aren't working. I like the non-scripted bits. I've only been doing non-scripted bits that are not doing so well. I thought I could just throw a stream together, you know, that's easy. Turns out it's the fucking hardest job in the world. Yeah, streaming is the hardest fucking job in the world. You know people who go into the fucking Cambodia mines, they get that cobalt for your phone? Yeah, that's the easiest fucking job in the world. You try streaming, then we'll start talking. It's like a fucking machete in your throat, trying to do this streaming. That's one dead. I killed a skull man. I've done my job for my country. My country of oil plantistan. Wherever the fuck Snake's from. Oil Rigistan. Or Islamabad. Does he have any idea where the fuck I am? I need more ammo again. Yeah, but wasn't it like the YouTube CEO? She's actually dead now, which is fucking strange, isn't it? She didn't get the Luigi Manji, like allegedly, the Luigi effect. They call it an effect now, I just call it murder, but... I don't think Susan was on his list. It was on his hit list. Which reminds me, I need to add you guys to the list. These guys are so impatient, these rock men. Was Susan killed? No, I think it was more of a fucking... I think it was that virus or something. Wasn't this fucking Metal Gear Solid virus? Oh look, porn. So that guy over there, can I take him back home to base? Let me go over to him and take him home. I want to see what you can do with this. I don't know. Okay, what happens now? You can't. The rock men. That's all you need to know is they're made of rocks. You know, Simon and Garfunkel, I am a rock. He's also an island, and a rock feels no pain. Well, it turns out they actually can die, these rock men. The School of Rock. I wonder if these rock men will show up in the new Kojima game. I don't know. I was supposed to be playing that. Here's the truth of the matter, okay? I was meant to be playing my boring Walking Dad game today, but it didn't arrive in the post. So, ironically, the delivery fucking man is delaying me playing the delivery game. If we were to call his job a delivery game, he's not doing a very good job of it right now. So, we're not gonna rate his skills or his, his abilities right now. But I'd like to have been playing the new boring walking game that people hate. But I'm stuck to playing this at the moment. I saw something Kojima also said, apart from Snake being gay. He said that the Death Stranding 2 was too fun or something. And he made his game shitter on purpose. And I don't know if that's a good idea. You know, this fucking game I made is too good. I'm gonna have to make it shit. You know, this is a real problem. You know, most people nowadays can barely fucking put a good game together, and he's thinking, let's make a shit game. Another shit game. Stay the fuck away. I'm sorry to say, guys, but that's the end of the rock mission. Your favorite mission's gone. I'm gonna fly the roost. Oh, you can't even examine him. The old man didn't die of a heart attack. That's decent. There's one good thing, we have a backup chopper. It's okay. He didn't want his game to be mainstream. It's interesting how the indie game people, they don't want anyone to play their game. Yeah, I don't want my indie game to be mainstream, and then they have like fucking 5 people who play their game. You know, it's a holistic fucking hit piece. You know, it's a jingoist masterpiece of a game. And then you're like, okay, so what do I actually do in the game? Oh, no, there's no game to it. It's just talking. Oh, that's interesting. So not only is it not really a game, it's just like a fucking dissertation about the horrific things that people commit. It's an existential masterpiece, okay? I gotta really... Look, Codename People know that from the Metal Gear games. That's good. It's not ostrich. I think a codename ostrich. Anything below a B is pretty bad, though. That's what, you know, Asian fathers tell their aspiring doctor sons. At least if you're a white person, it doesn't matter what. Your son could turn up to be an alcoholic, you know, he'll be proud of you. These Asian fathers have different standards. Well, I think Indian fathers too are like too harsh. You must be a tech wizard, my son. But if you're a white, you know, if you're a white father, you know, he loves you no matter what. Don't get me started on the black and brown people, okay? But that's what Scatman said. It doesn't matter about what color you are. What's the color of your soul? Black or white or brown, man.
It's not like hawking small arms to militias.
Is that a clock fucking seatbelt?
By exporting minerals containing tiny amounts of uranium.
He's got some dirty nails.
Form of metallic archaea. Once on site, the metallic archaea enrich the uranium.
You're fucking.
Weaponize it. Load it onto
This guy's very preachy, isn't he?
Machines. They ensure any country, armed group, even the smallest terrorist cell, can become a nuclear power.
Bipedal. So that's why they needed Huey.
Huey, the bipedal scientist who can't walk. Genius writing by Kojumbo.
Anywhere and everywhere.
They're gonna make a nuclear Huey.
On all sides.
So that's why he ran a non-detonation test.
It's a bit ironic they get the fucking bipedal scientist and he can't walk. He's a wheelchair-bound guy. I know another wheelchair-bound. Well, he's not wheelchair-bound. He's got robotic legs. You know, I heard that Oscar Pistorius is out about. He got out on, you know, he's spelunking around. And all I have to say about it is this. They shouldn't have let him walk, you know, walk free.
Political, military.
He has no legs to stand on. That's all I'm saying about Oscar Pistorius. And also his new wife looks a lot like his ex, which, I mean, listen. If he ever needs to go to the bathroom, you let him go second, because if you let him go first, he might shoot you through the door with a shotgun or something. That's all I'm saying.
The R&D and medical teams have come up with a proposal for a new suit that applies Code Talker's research, the Parasite suit. Apparently, it can recreate some of the skulls.
Oh, is this what those health influencers are selling now? These parasite suits? Why do like the smart tech wizards? That's a good question, yeah. Why do these smart tech wizard characters have to be bound to the wheelchair? Well, I'll tell you this, if you're wheelchair bound and you fucking come up with this genius thing, you know, you come up with, you know, you sound like a robot, and then you call it Hawking radiation, right? Then you decide, you know what? You know, people love me and people have, are very sad for me and all that, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go on a fucking, there's a fucking hot party going on some island somewhere, you know, full of kids, so let me get on that plane over there and get jiggy with it. You think the smartest man ever created and then he's going to those? Look, he wasn't aware that Copper Hippo was on the scene. And they're gonna catch, to catch a predator. And then you realize the predator is in a fucking wheelchair. You're like, oh no. Well, now I feel bad for him. But I mean, he is a predator, but he also can't walk or talk or anything. He's fucking stuck to the chair. Must have been before the accident. Oh no, it was a disease. Well, anyway, there's a rampant wasp going around. A rumble beetle. Listen, If there's anything that it always comes back to, it always come back to that fucking island. Little St. James, and that's the worst fucking name an island full of children could be.
We need to stop the epidemic at Mother Base.
See, there's an epidemic. Jordan Peterson wants to tell you about the fucking male loneliness epidemic. And meanwhile, there's fucking rich people going to these islands full of kids.
Textbook symptoms of vocal cord parasite infestation.
The coronavirus got him.
Casualty list. It is the Kikongo strain. Meaning
That's racist.
a breed of parasite that triggers symptoms upon detecting pronunciation.
I wanted to teach my friend a new fucking, like, word in fucking Kikongo and Duolingo, and now he's fucking dying. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Fred. We're gonna have to burn you alive. Are they actually waiting until they die? Or are they, you know, giving them, like, at least a bit of mercy, you know, letting them shoot themselves? We're not sure about the legality of this yet, but, you know, we won't tell the police that you shot yourself in the head, because that's illegal in Dubai. But, we're going to burn you maybe alive instead. We're going to that suicide pod CEO. Did you know he... I don't know if you heard the news, but the CEO pod's advocate, he fucking killed himself recently.
Male to female and preventing copulation. You must cultivate.
I don't want to go to that suicide pod place because I heard they've instead of the pod working, they just fucking strangle you. They should just fucking burn Huey. We gotta burn the fucking guy. We won't burn Coke Talker just because he's in a wheelchair. That's not fair. We made a vaccine? Oh shit. Why the fuck did we burn that guy then? Why the fuck did we burn Fred? Oh shit, we should tell his family. We only invented the vaccine now. We found a cure for the fucking virus. I hate to be that guy, but you know, if you have mental issues and stuff, and imagine around the coronavirus and stuff, you're so scared of getting it that you're like, oh, I'm just gonna end my life. And then they're like, oh wait, we found the oh, it's too late. They had a vaccine out now? Nah. Oh well. What are we gonna do with this vaccine?
Thanks to Code Talker, we've managed to put a stop to any new vocal cord parasite infections. We couldn't say
We've made a suicide task force.
Everyone who survived has been released from the quarantine.
We're gonna bust people's doors down and catch them in the act. Oh, you were just jerking off in your room? Oh, sorry, we thought you were gonna kill yourself. One of the dumbest things I saw recent is there's this sign and it said, you know, suicide, you know, they were making out like, we need to stop suicide was like the sign. And yeah, I was just like, yeah, that's right. We're gonna get a bunch of people together and just be like, you know, stop. We're gonna rush into your house and go, don't kill yourself. You know, we know your life is shit and all those other reasons. That would just drive me more into doing it. Oh, you weren't gonna kill yourself? Well, oh, why the fuck are we here then? Because the sign was like, we need to, you know, get together and stop people killing themselves. But then, like, the signs are fucking everywhere. And then, you know, they always say, oh, there was no signs. Yeah, but then there's fucking signs everywhere nowadays. And people say, oh, I can't figure out why someone would do that. Just like, you don't, like, everything's shit? You can't? You can't think?
Skullface will pay for this.
Like they say, it's the coward's way out, right? There's nothing more cool though than fucking blowing your own head off with a fucking 22 gauge shotgun. But then there's the horror of reality if you fucking lived through that. Like, oh, that's not so good. Instead of being cool, then you're the guy with half a face. And then people go around calling you fucking Two-Face, and you know, the comments are probably worse than the fucking fact that half your face is gone. Depression's like too normalized. It is. You know, we need to talk about suicide awareness every day, and also mental health every day. And then if you're wondering, why is that on my mind all the time? You spend most of your life trying not to think about those things, and then they bring it up every day. It's an anesthesiologist.
What are those legs made of?
I think the legs are made of legs.
All the way to the femur.
Oh no, they're gonna inject him with acid. I don't know about you, but I don't think acid's good for your legs.
Metallic archaea.
Sahelanthropus. Where is it?
He likes these lens flares, doesn't he?
We have to know before his plan is complete. Sahelanthropus is the final piece.
What are you talking about?
Also, getting these assisted dying builds fucking pass is not a fucking victory. Listen, the one thing I fucking really don't want is just, you know what? I don't think Larry here wanted to live fucking at all, really. I know it's not our place to say it, but I think the one thing on his mind, at least in the world, would be, you know, at least putting the decency and fucking putting him out of his, you know, way. We actually, you know, what he really would want out of life is for us to kill him, you know? You know, this assisted dying build is a great fucking thing to put in here. But then they're like, oh, it's for the really sick and all that. And like, I know that's tragic, but at the same time, I don't want the nurse to be slipping me something and then I'm gone. Oh, the complications got him. There's the complications. It's like, well, instead of, you know, assisted dying, it sounds like fucking assisted murder. That's the thing about assisted suicide. It's like, suicide means to kill yourself, right? But then assisted, so really it's just murder, isn't it? It's not really, you're not killing yourself. You had help. And that's even more lame than fucking shooting yourself in the head with a shot. You see, you used to have, you know, they say die with dignity, right? But now, you can't even die cool. You only peter out of existence. Oh, wait until they pass these laws, man. It's gonna be cool. Yeah, but then all the cool ways of dying are being, like, you know, under scrutiny. You can't even die of lung cancer anymore. You know, everything's so shamed nowadays. You're afraid to do nothing. Like, no wonder people are depressed. They're afraid to do anything.
East-West relations will be right back at
We've gone to the Cuban Missile Crisis of conversations with this one.
Cold War returns to life.
My fucking no funnier thing than death bits.
Line up for what Skullface is selling. Nuclear weapons proliferate overnight. And on the
Let's see a disabled man get fucking tortured now. That will take the edge off all the suicide talk.
The cleansing parasites are what matter most. A WMD to eclipse even nukes, and the only one that can still be used. Skullface is the world's greatest threat, and Zero's.
And
Pieces are
Osama bin Laden and Kobe,
all that remains is
or
to
Coney.
nail Sahelanthropus in Afghanistan.
They can't activate it without me.
Reminds me of the bit in Toy Story when they're torturing fucking, you had fun watching my stream? Oh, that's terrible fucking news. I'm sad you have to go. I mean, maybe you're glad to go, that's good. But, next time I'll make sure I won't fucking depress you with the whole fucking... Nothing funnier than suicide bits. You're gonna miss the torture of a fucking disabled man. No, but you can go. I won't hold you to it.
Okay, B0. Sahelanthropus is beyond the Soviet base camp, in a lab built by the Soviet philosophers. That's what you're looking for.
It's almost if he needs his fucking legs.
Controlling it. It wasn't designed to accommodate a human pilot.
We got a bad reaction. If the reviews start coming in that the stream's fun, we're fucked. See, the streams are supposed to be important. I got a new subscription. I got more followers. Yeah, you're supposed to be my followers. That's not good. The one guy who had the most followers ever, fucking, look what they did to him. They fucking put Jesus up on that fucking cross. The more followers you have, the worse. People don't care about your followers. You don't fucking want those. I'm gonna be ended up like fucking Huey. I'm gonna get fucking, my legs won't work, and then they're gonna fucking put poison in my legs for my opinions. The fucking people are forgetting that, you know, it's all about philosophers. People are supposed to be the modern day philosophers. If your thing is you're saying isn't profound or important, you fucking need to shut up. I haven't said a call to action. You need to ring that. Listen, before you go, you have to ring that notification bell. That really annoying thing. You know that thing that Quasimodo fucking died for doing? The guy had a hump on his back and a fucked up head. He was the fucking dead ringer for his brother. But, you know, that's beside the point. The fucking the Hunchback of Notre Dame's not real. The fucking actual Notre Dame was set on fire. Listen, if you say anything on the internet, you have to make sure it's important. You have to do that call to action shit. I have to hold here's 100 people versus 100 lobsters or some shit. I should be making videos like that. We need to advertise to kids. That's what we need to do. No, we need to advertise.
Wait.
I'm sorry the stream isn't important enough. I've spoken so much, and I haven't said anything that's politically correct. I got blood on my ass. And Kaz has his wellies on.
Skullface's men then headed north. The target is OKB-0.
Is that the end of the game?
Unless we stop him, he'll go down in history a conquering victor.
Shit, we're near the end of the fucking game.
Wipe him out. Don't leave any trace of his existence.
Wipe his fucking everything off the face of the earth.
I'm gonna need backup on this one. You'll rendezvous on site.
If I was Big Boss, I would never travel in a helicopter, you know, again. Because he ended up in that fucking hospital for fucking 9 years. He's put into like a full-on a coma. Or whatever the guy, the doctor... I'm not a doctor, so I don't know what he says. But he ends up in like a Croatian or Cyprus hospital. So, yeah, I wouldn't get in a helicopter again after my fucking helicopter crashed and I fucking wake up 9 years later. Oh no, I know you're not leaving for anything I said, but what I believe in. See, my beliefs are so, you know, important to the stream. We can't beat the game unless you know my beliefs. What the fuck? The first infection experiments in Africa. What the fuck? They dropped the fucking Epstein files and the JFK files. They just dropped like a fucking troop bomb there. What happened? They dropped 1 billion fucking things. Info dump. We've come towards the end of our fucking yap stream. But remember this. Unless you you know, die for your beliefs, what's the fucking point? The wise words of a philosopher.